So I'm going to do a session, a reading session for Stephanie, and we are in the beginning of it, and I'm shuffling Stephanie's cards, and I've asked her to think of her questions that she wants to have answers to. I'm going to use the In-Between Tarot, and it's the 5th of January. So yeah. So that's that. So let me know when I should stop shuffling, Stephanie. Oops, they are...
Okay, you can stop.
Okay, thank you. Now I'm just putting out your cards, and that's what I am up to. And let's see. Okay, so let's see. So I have put them out in piles, and the first pile will talk a little bit about you and what is happening around you. The next pile might talk a little bit about your home and around things around your home. The third pile will talk about what will be within the near future. The fourth is what have been. The fifth, what will be in further future, and the sixth is how it will end. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So let's start. Now I'm just going to talk, Stephanie, and you just listen, because you can't do more than that. you need to listen, and then you afterwards you ask questions or whatever. Okay. So the first thing that you're receiving is that you are in a dual situation with someone, and it's like you're trying to make someone understand something, and it's like you want to hold on to that person, but at the same time it's like you're not sure if you should hold on to that person or if you should move forward. It's like you can't make up your mind in anything. Okay. And the next thing what I feel with this card is that maybe there is a duality within yourself as well. It's not only towards people or towards a person. This can be within yourself, like you can't make up your mind when it comes to your feelings because you maybe ain't balanced, and your feelings sometimes takes over, and if not, then you're too much irrational. So not irrational, too much logical. So it's either this or that, and you are having trouble there when it comes to in between, and this can have a meaning like that too. The next card that that you're receiving, not me, talks about that you're ready to step into something new. You're ready to make changes around you, and you're ready to it's like step up to the plate for yourself, for your own needs a little bit more, but and be more in charge than what you have been. It's like you have been following the flow in life, how I would like to express myself with this card. But now it's like, even if you are going to follow the flow, you are also going to take a little bit more charge over the situations that you know, are going to try to make a change of. The next card that is coming up, talks about King of Swords, which for me talks about that you're trying to be very sharp in your way of being. When you make decisions, you try to hold on to them. You like to communicate with people, but you like to speak your mind as well. And if you have something to say about someone, you're going to tell that person in their face instead of backstabbing. You don't like when people go and, you know, chit chat behind backs, and you expect people to treat you in the same way as well. But this is also telling me that you're ready to step into a new beginning and be more focused. Again, be more focused, and it's like setting out new goals for yourself. Somehow, I am getting a feeling that you would like to step into some sort of I don't know, relation. But when I say like that, what comes to my head is that it's like someone is telling me that the communication between you and someone is on and off in a relationship. It's something that works sometimes and sometimes it doesn't. So it's like half and half something. I don't know if it's because of you and how you are, or if it's the situation itself, but this is what I'm just picking up. The next thing that I receive is, or that you receive, is that you're trying to give things time. And things have been very stressful around you, and you felt not so long ago that you did fall on your face in with life, with everything. In a way, there were stress, there was a storm, and you tried to handle all of that in the best way that you could, and you tried to be very super logical, communicate with people, and all that. But also, after this situation occurred, after the storm, you decided that no, from now on I'm going to make a change towards this and this and this, and this can be about relations, this can be about life, this can be about your choices. It's like making decisions and thinking. And in this situation, I'm not seeing that you're just thinking of yourself in this, but you're seeing at other people in life. This can be children. I don't know if you have children or not, but this can be children. This can be, again, a partner. This can be friends and family. But it's like you have decided, it's like you're looking at everything that is around you and you want some sort of a change there. So the next card that comes up talks about that you feel that you are trying so hard to make things work out in the best that you want, and you're trying to keep it focused, but it's not easy because you would like I don't know if this is about a partner of yours or not, but it's like you feel that you do all the work, but you don't receive the help that you need. It's like you would like to ask for more and to receive a little bit more, but you're not. It's like your partner is putting all on your head without thinking things through. And that makes you to be a little bit unhappy sometimes, because even if you do it and you're used to it, you would like this to sort of have a change. So so that's how I feel with that card. The next card that you receive talks about you having more serious thoughts when it comes to the relationship, and you're questioning things, you're looking at things through a religious perspective, traditions and things like that. But also, how would that be if you would make a major change in the relationship? And it doesn't show, it can be bounding stronger, like getting married or engaged or something, going in deeper. Or if if you should sort of move forward, but I'm not seeing you wanting to move forward. I'm seeing that you're sort of holding on to it, even if the relationship is difficult, not easy, and you have a lot to do. You're holding on to that. And you want to conquer it. You have decided to sort of conquer whatever the problem is. And you have decided to, even if you know that it's going to be difficult and hard upon you and you have to give everything out of yourself, you're going to do it because you want a change and you are going to find the change. It's going to happen, and you're going to be creative more, and this is what you want out of a partner. So you want someone to be creative together with you. You want to enjoy life together with someone, and you want to free yourself, and you like to be free. You don't want to be in one place. If you were in one place, you would feel like a bird in a cage. So you like the freedom that you are sort of having. So this is the first pile, and I hope that you can understand that. So are you still there?
I am, yes.
Okay, thank you. So let's go to the next pile. And the next pile talks about a little bit about your home. And when it comes to your home, it's like you're watching everything that is happening. You're watching how things are progressing, how things are growing, what you need to make adjustments to, what you need to make a change. There are children around when it comes to your home. So there is children around. So you are, I guess, a mother, and you like to nurture your home. But sometimes you feel a little bit, sometimes like an outsider in your home too. It's like you will stand and watch everything happening from afar and wondering, how am I fitting in, but how am I not fitting in as well? It's like questioning the whole deal somehow. And it's like you're holding on to the home because of the children. It's like you're holding on to all of that because of your children, because of, what's there. Otherwise, if they wouldn't be there, if you wouldn't have children, you would not even be there. I think that you would be somewhere else completely. It's like a huge thought and a huge change. And then you like to be creative. You like to be around people. When it comes to your job and things, I think that you're going to either receive a very good opportunity towards the job and you're waiting to receive an answer, and I think it's going to come your way and you're going to be joyful. People like to have you around, and people will like to have you around if it's a new opportunity to a new work that you're thinking about. But as I mentioned earlier, you like to explore life. You're very romantic as a human being. You're very emotional. You can hide your emotions sometimes within. And sometimes when you decide to tell your emotions, you feel sad when people don't understand you for how you feel and how you try to say, how you want things to be done. So that can be a little bit, you can be over emotional because you feel that sometimes people judge you in the wrong way. And maybe they do, because you can be so straightforward, and people, today's people are not so used to people speaking their minds, but you like to explore life anyways. The next thing that you're receiving is that you want peace. You want some peace in life. You're reflecting a lot upon how life have been when you were a child, and you're missing a parent. I don't know if a parent of yours have crossed or not, but it's like missing someone, and you're looking back on yourself, reflecting of a life and seeing how it's like comparing how your life was and how you were brought up and what changes you're making towards your own family and life to make things all right in between, sort of, is how I understand this card. The next card comes together with that card. You receive that life haven't been easy, and you have gone through some sort of struggle. You have been through some sort of violent situation, and this can be a relation, but this can also be maybe things happening in your childhood or teenage, when you were a teenager, for an example. But it's like things have shaken you up a lot, and this have been hard for you. It's like you're having trouble with goodbyes. You're having trouble when things are not working out the way you want. When you feel frustrated and split, that is hard upon you. But you're not showing your feelings. You're hiding your feelings within, and you're thinking very much of your roots and of everything that is happening. You're trying to balance everything around you, and that's easier said than done, because sometimes you can find yourself being very spontaneous, very it's like not thinking things through. So you need to think about that a little bit more. Stop and breathe. And if you have a decision and something needs to happen fast, don't make a decision in a fast way, because it won't do you any good. And you have an intuition which sometimes communicate a lot to you. And sometimes you listen to it and then things work out in a good way. But when you don't, is where things are, working out in a difficult, in a bad way. The next thing that you receive talks about you feeling lonely, but at the same time, you don't have problems spending time with yourself. Not all people can do that, but you don't mind. You enjoy time, quality time. This is quality time for you when it comes to you being on your own, spending time on your own. So you are enjoying, yourself and so on, and you're there. And when you can give a hand to people, you do that. And people like you because you are a good listener, and you can be a good diplomat as well. And when it comes to that, I think that you should sometimes let people make their own choices a little bit, because sometimes you get caught in between and you feel that why am I in this position? You would like to get out. So don't put yourself in it. Think of it before you do this again. But this card talks to me that you're doing an inner journey as well. There is a change, there is awakening happening within yourself. You're being aware of things in a different way. And you like all the knowledge that you're learning from each and everywhere. And this can be cultures, this can be people, this can be traditions, and so on. And it's like you're taking everything that you have seen and that you have learned, and it's like you're putting something together that fits in your life, and you like that. You like to fit things in your life, and you like to have it's like making things in a different way instead of what others have. So you always you don't like when people do the same or have the same. You like to be unique that way. But then there is people who is, I think you're being used economical wise. You're being used, so you need to be careful. Save up some money if you have to, and learn to say no to people when they want money from you. You need to learn to say no, because I feel like you can work hard for things, and it's like people come and take, and they don't even, sometimes even give back whatever they have taken. So you need to learn, to stop that. You need to learn to say no to people. Otherwise, you're going to be used and more than what you need. And this can later on be difficult for yourself. Even if, I always say give, because when you give, you receive so much more. This is what I always preach myself. But when you see that people take advantage, put a stop to it, because it won't do you any good. So yeah. So what will happen within a near future for you is that you are going to find yourself in conflict. And this conflict will be huge. You're going to feel like you're in a nightmare and you want to get out from it, and you don't know how to, and you're going to fall. You're going to be sad. You're going to be hurt by a situation, in this situation by someone, and you're going to Wow, you're receiving both of them. Oh, wow. Okay. So you are going to fall, sweetheart, up on your face completely. It's like being in a nightmare, having stress, having complications. You're going to fall. But after the falling, after you falling and feeling that, I am depressed, I'm sad, and I'm hurt again, you are going to rise up again and, being more focused, being more strong, and putting stop to words, things. And you're going to find yourself in some sort of arguments. It's like having arguments with, with people. So yeah. And the next thing that is coming up for you talks about that you're going to try to I would almost like to say cleansing, go through a cleansing, find a balance in all that, find a solution, find a new choice, see what you can do. Do I have to start over, or should I leave? Should I, move forward, move away? It's like making a choice, and you are not sure how to make the choice because you're going to feel like you are in between something. You're going to feel like you're in between a balance. You're in between making choices on what is right and wrong. And you're also going to, again, think about what is right when it comes to tradition, religion, and things like that. It's like making bigger choices, thinking everything things through, but also going through a journey that you're going to accomplish. So it's not just negative, it's positive too. But you're going to feel like people are going to treat you in an unjust way. You're going to feel like that. So you're going to move away, let go. You're going to try to treat them, even if you're going to be treated in a bad way. You're going to try to treat them in a good way, show them the opposite. And this, if you do this, if you can find your, heart to do so, this will teach them a good lesson, and you're going to be a winner in this situation. And you're going to feel like, yes, I'm overcoming it. And this is a challenge and a test, and you're going to pass it if you can, follow through. You're thinking about making your own business or something. It's like doing something on a side for yourself that is something you own, and that creativity will do you good because in the beginning you're going to work very, very hard on all this, but after creating this will do you, and not giving in, this will grow to become a project, a bigger project, and it will be good for you. It's going to be challenging, it's going to be emotional, but it's going to be good. And later on, there is going to be someone around you who is wanting to, it's like who will like to jump on your project with you and you sort of work with you, help you through, and give you a little bit more knowledge. And if I should look at this spiritually, I think that you're going to grow spiritually. You're going to grow with your intuition and be more active and have some sort of communication when it comes to your guides. And it can be through dreams, it can be through some sort of signs. So you need to be aware, of signs that you're going to receive from guide. The next thing that is coming up, the next two things that are coming up is that you are going to try to step into, it's like things are going to change, move forward. You're going to find yourself tangled in a situation, but it's not going to be for a long time because you're going to, of course, find the way to get out of it because that's how sharp you are and you can make it. And you're going to help someone else to come out of the situation too. You're not going to sort of turn your back away, and you're going to accomplish this in a positive way. And it's like stepping up forwards in a new direction. And this direction will like be an achievement. It can be like you're going to feel like, wow, I'm lucky now. My life is moving forward in a right direction. I am up. I am being treated in a just way, and I am okay. And you're, going to keep on walking, but still being focused on your goals. Okay. What was now is the next pile. And what was that you have been in arguments with someone. This can be a person in a relationship, or this can be a person around. So there have been arguments about money and about work, and how to deal with everything, how to deal with the economical situation within the family, within what have been around you, and how much you sort of did achieve. And you felt like it's you that has to build, it's you that has to be the creative, be the one that brings everything in, and that have been difficult for you. But at the same time, it have done you good, because you have learned to reach high, and to also, by doing so, reaching your goals. And you have been doing that, and you have been sometimes even going deep within yourself when it comes to feelings, and going through depression even from time to time, questioning and being sad when you have felt that your partner doesn't see you, when your partner doesn't give you the attention that's needed. And that have made you sad, because you have felt like, shit, I'm working, I'm doing so much. Why is not that person saying even a thank you? Why is not that person having more gratitude towards all efforts of what I do? And I don't know, there is a dispute, there have been sadness, and there have been thoughts of in the past, should I leave or should I stay in the relationship? It's like not knowing. And somehow how I'm understanding is that you give it a try. It's like you give it a chance, you give it a try. You did hold on to it to see how this is going to end up becoming. And it's like you have been trying to work on the communication in between the both of you. And it's like putting the person to a wall, and making that person to make some sort of choices for your lives, not only for yourself, but for you and the family, and so on. So that was your past. So let's see what will be. But before I do that, can you understand what I'm talking about?
Yes. Yep. Totally get it.
Okay, thank you. Because I just wanted to, now I can add, because now it's okay. So let's see at your future. So at your future, I'm seeing that you are going to receive an opportunity, as I mentioned, when it comes to work. So it's like you're waiting to receive, and you're going to build up. I would like to almost say a new home. I don't know if you're planning to move from one place to another, or from one country to another, or something like that, but it's like having a complete new start somewhere. And I don't know if it's with the same partner or if it's with someone else, but it's like moving forward somewhere into something new, and being, joyful there. Having that, opportunity will do you good. And you're going to make a lot of choices. And you're going to, be filled with a lot of knowledge. And you're going to, it's like the universe is going to show you the light, going to show you, I'm talking spiritually now. So it means that you're going to receive a lot of acknowledgement and a lot of light. It's like your soul is going to go through a cleansing. And you're going to look at things a little bit in a brighter way, and you're going to move forward, making decisions. And making decisions is towards your new home, towards your children, and you're spending time with them. And there is a celebration coming up. There is going to be joyful for you. But this also is telling me that you're going to attend a ceremony or something like that. That has to do, it can have to do with spirituality, for an example. It's like learning, growing, and being joyful, but also being joyful with family and so on. And what I'm seeing here is that your children are not always with you. And when they are not with you, even if you like the quality time and all that, you miss them a lot. There is a lot of missing from you. And you want, it's like you're thinking about their future, how things are going to be. You want, it's like you you're planning, I was about to say their school and things like that, what they are going to do and not. It's like planning things in your head. It's like making dreams for them in your head, and this is something that you're going to make reality. Try to make reality, make a goal, and you're going to receive help to do this, to make this, from other people. This can be family members, and it's going to work out in a good way as well. When it comes to your children are very different from one another, even if they can enjoy. There is some sort of, I get a feeling that there is either a difference in between age and them, or there is a difference in between them as a person, because some souls can be old and some can be young. And I don't know, it's either this or that, but there is a difference in between them in those two categories, either the first one or the second one, and both are going to be strong. I mean, they're going to be strong. They're going to work, and they're going to make their dreams reality and all that. So I don't think that you should worry about it. But at the same time, I don't know if you're thinking about having a third child or not. It's like you would like, but at the same time, I don't know. And somehow I'm getting a feeling that there is a child. I don't know if you have gone through an abortion or lost a child or something, but it's like something with a child that is not either there yet or was and is not with. I'm not sure how to understand it, but it's like there is both joy and sadness at the same time, somehow, is how I would like to express myself in that situation. So there is sort of both. It's like, yeah, it's good it didn't happen, because if it did, life would have been even more difficult, harder upon you and upon your shoulders, especially when it comes to a partner of yours that is controlling, that is jealous, that like to be demanding, like to have things done their way only, and without wanting to listening to you. Without wanting to listening to you, and without, giving you the respect that you need. And it's not easy. It haven't been easy to be you. So let's see how this will end up being. So how this will end up is that try not to what I can say is that don't rush yourself in decisions, okay? Don't be too impulsive. Try to be calm, because as I mentioned for you before, life is going to have a sort of change. There's going to be a storm around you. The storm will not be easy. Yes, you're going to be protected, of course. But even if you're protected and all that, it's going to be hard upon you. So try to be balanced. Try to think things through before you make a decision, okay? The next thing that is coming up talks about planting seeds. So it's like planting seeds to something, for something to grow. And that is going to happen. It's going to be in a good way, and it's going to grow. You're going to receive communication. It's like receiving a letter or extra money that is coming your way. But this can also talk about, what was I thinking about? This can also talk about some sort of opportunity, some sort of a change that you're going to come up with, and that opportunity, when it comes to work, will, just do you good, okay? The next thing that you're receiving talks about you communicating with people. It's like teaching, giving, sharing experience, and so on, and trying to make people understand things. And I'm seeing this in two ways. This can be about teaching and being there for other people, but this is also having a dispute or argument with people who you're going to feel that is against you and who don't want to see your side of the story. So you're going to feel like people are judging you again, again, the judgment comes up. The next thing that comes up with that is that you're going to try to balance yourself. You're going to try to save yourself from a situation that you don't want to escalate. You're going to try to make your best, but it won't be easy. And you're going to say how you feel and think about things instead of holding things within. You're going to say and stand up for yourself, even if that situation will be hard. But you're going to have that strength. You're going to have that strength to finally do that, and the dispute will end. It will end, and you're going to go through, letting go of something difficult and heavy from your shoulders, moving forward into something more calm and positive. This makes me to think about you traveling and enjoying life and opening up your heart to someone else. And there is I'm getting a feeling that there is someone knocking on your door, but you're not sure if you should open up. And I'm not just getting one person. I feel that there might be two people that might knock your door who would like to build up a relationship, but you are it's like you're turning your back towards them. Yes, you can communicate, you can talk, that's not a problem, and so on, and even flirt, but to start something, you're keeping yourself away from it because you are scared to find yourself in the same situation where you already have been, and you don't want to be put there again. So you're going to work hard, and you're going to celebrate something later on together with other people, together with family, friends, and the celebration will be huge. There is someone that is going to pass some sort of a test. It can be school, it can be you at work, it's like passing something and receiving diplomacy, receiving something that will tell you that, hey, you have passed this. This is you can step forward now into a new direction or something. So there's going to be joy there, happiness, and you're going to enjoy this celebration and all. And the last thing that you're receiving is actually the moon. But for me, the moon talks about that you are going to work on your feelings to free yourself completely from the negativity that you are going to go through and have been through already, and you are going to try to remove the wall and reaching your goals in a more better way, and you're going to finally try to be you instead of being what other wants you to be. What you're tired of what others wants you to be, so you're going to be you and enjoy life in the fullest. And this is how your reading stops. This is your cards.
All right.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
So now you can I don't know if you have questions or if you want to fill me in on something. You can do that if you want to. It's always nice to know if you can understand the session and all that.
Yeah, the only question I have from the readings is like, okay, I love my home. I have an amazing husband. I do have 3 kids.
Oh, you have 3 kids. Okay.
Yeah, I have 3 kids. I do not have any tubes anymore, so I cannot have any kids.
Okay.
Don't want no more.
Oh, okay. So
I mean, maybe in the future soon. I do have a 20-year-old, so maybe there will be a potential grandchild out there soon in the next couple of years because she is in an amazing relationship.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah. But yeah, it's interesting about the business that you said, that because there is something big coming. We're going to get big announcements on Thursday, so you're spot on for that for sure. But yeah, all of this is very interesting. I do have a sister going in recovery, so family-wise, there has been a lot of tension, and I've been having to be the one to take care of it all. So yeah, overall,
okay.
awesome reading. Yes.
Okay. Wow. But when it comes to your relation, I am still, even if you're saying that you have an amazing husband, your husband is so controlling sometimes. It's not easy. I think sometimes it's like you need to follow whatever he decides sometimes. But you yourself are sharp, so it's like you can meet him in a good way. But sometimes
Yeah.
it's not easy to be you in the relationship. So even if you say that it's amazing and all that, I can see the difficulties too there. I'm sorry, I'm being honest.
No, you're good. Yeah.
So but you know, you can meet him, you can argue, you know how, and so on. And when you're not around your children, there is missing, there is wanting. But what puzzles me is when it comes to, you say that you have 3 children, and I just saw one, sorry, 2 of them. I wonder, I'm thinking, why is that? Is there a child, you know, have one of your children some sort of difficulties maybe? When I say like that, it means like either ADHD or difficult to learn or something like that, because usually that sometimes you know, I was talking about a child that I wasn't certain if you had or not, or if you did abortion or something like that. It's like I couldn't understand that, and
Yeah.
that did puzzle me a little bit. And what I'm thinking about is that maybe because as I was talking in your cards and saying that you're making plans for the children, it's like you're seeing things in your head, how you want things to be done for them. And that can be maybe for, you know, that child that needs that as well, needs that attention.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I never had an abortion. I've never had a miscarriage. I
Okay.
did get pregnant when I was 15, so my oldest is 20.
Oh.
So I think maybe you might be picking up her because she just doesn't deal with stress a whole lot of well, and she relies on me and my husband quite a bit. So we do help her quite a bit because we do, I try to teach her like to be a big girl. It's gonna be okay.
Ah, okay. Okay. Yeah, maybe that's it. But it was a puzzle. It was a puzzle, honestly. Yeah. So, you know, that's why I asked, because I wanted to understand what was that about. It's always it's always fun to reflect a little bit. But yeah, the other 2 that I mentioned is different from each other, but yet you know, can get along. And one of them is an old soul, and the other one is younger, but still they're going to, you know, accomplish, manage life, manage things, even if it's, you know, difficult. They are going to be strong that way. And why is because that it's like you guys are teaching them to take the responsibility fully. So it's like they are learning, and they are seeing, it's like they are seeing what you are doing, what you and your husband are doing and all that, and they're taking so much after you. So this is going to be, you know, don't worry about them, they will be fine.
Yep.
One of them will have a little bit more, you know, difficult path, and I don't know if that's, you know, if I'm talking about the eldest now, or if it's one of the 2 that I saw. But I know that for one of them will be a little bit harder, but at the end it will work out fine. But you know, there will always going to be difficulties with choices, making choices, decisions, and so on. So, you know, but they will learn, you know, as well. It's good sometimes to fall, and it's good sometimes to also by that learn. So, you know, don't always pick them up, let them, you know, rise on their own, because then they will understand the value of things. I hope you understand what I mean when I say like that. But that this is, you know, what just comes to say.
Yep. Well, you sound like my husband.
Oh, thank you for that one. Oh my God. So, but what was, did you ask the question now? Because I don't know if you did or not. I don't remember.
No, I don't. No questions. I mean, like I said, this was great. You're spot on for a few things. So you cleared a few questions that I did have.
Okay.
That clarity.
Okay. Well, that's good. But when it comes to your work, it will be good. It will be a project that will grow. So it's not bad at all if that was one of the main questions, because I already told that I think that it's going to be good whatever it is that you're planning to do. So it's not bad at all. So so yeah.
Awesome. Great. Well, I really, really appreciate your time and this call. Like, this was great.
Thank you, and I'm happy that we finally did talk. And thank you
Yes.
for doing this. And I wish you a great evening, right?
Yes, and good morning to you.
Yeah, it is. It is truly. Good morning.
Yep.
So blessings, and I see you out there.
You as well. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
You too. Bye-bye.
So thank you for listening to this session. This is a reading for Stephanie, and you can also book yours if you want to. Until next time, blessings.